Hey Cupcakes, how's it going? So as most of you probably know, on the 26th of October, Netflix released a brand new series, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And seeing as I really loved the episodes that I did get around to watching of the original children's series as a kid, and the fact that it was Halloween, I figured why not give it a go. What appeared to start as quite a weak series while they were establishing the characters and the setting actually turned into a rather gory, a little too gory for my taste, exciting, quite dark, a little bit twisted, and quite addictive series. And as I sat there slip-stitching the hem of my Lady Amalthea cosplay and binging the last 3 or 4 episodes, it dawned on me that I was just going to have to make a cosplay of Sabrina. What I love about Sabrina's character is that she is so feisty, she is so strong-willed, and she is fiercely loyal to the people that she loves. But there's also a bit of a dark, questionable edge to her, which makes her a really exciting character. What's also great about her is that she has a number of different outfits to choose from, so I'm really excited to say that I will be making 2 of them. And those 2 costumes, without giving too much away for those of you who haven't finished the series yet, are her white dark baptism dress and her red dress with the lace collar. I also happen to own a red coat already, so I'll probably be doing some pictures in her red coat costume too. So now that I've established why I want to cosplay Sabrina and the outfits I'm going to be doing, I'm going to show you what I've bought to make her. So as you can see, a couple of things have already arrived, including the black hairband, which I bought for like £2 off eBay, and it's actually really nice. So that's one of the things I bought. I also bought this lovely wig, which I had to ask the cosplay community what they thought, because I actually found 3 different wigs and I wasn't quite sure which one to get, so I put them up and was like, guys, can you pick one for me, because I really don't know which one's the right one. So the biggest vote was on this one. I think it was almost unanimous. There were a couple of votes for the other 2, but this one was the one that won out, and I'm really happy with it. It's really nice, it's a reasonable quality. I may thin it out just a little bit just to give it a bit more of a natural look, and possibly trim a little bit off the ends just so it's a bit further off my shoulders, because I think in the series hers is a little bit shorter than this. But you know what I'm like with cutting wigs, I just, especially if I'm cutting them shorter, because I know I always mess it up, so I want to try and be careful with that. But yes, this is the wig I've got, and I'm really pleased with it. So starting with the white dark baptism dress, here is the pattern I got for it. So yeah, this is pretty much almost exactly, if you look at that one there, it is almost exactly how Sabrina's dress needs to be. The only difference I'm going to be making is around the neckline. I'm going to be making that neckline a bit thicker, the white bit around the neckline a bit thicker, so that it matches. I'm also going to be, because the skirts, although it's reasonably flared, it's not quite flared enough, so I'm going to be using what I learnt on my Rin cosplay to make this even more flared, because in the series it is actually quite a big dress. It's like proper 1950s, and that's why I'm doing it, because it's so beautiful. It's like, oh my god, it's just stunning. So I'm gonna widen that skirt to make it even bigger, and then I'll be wearing a petticoat underneath to give it the shape. In terms of fabric, this is the main fabric I'm going to be using. You may recognise this because it is in fact the fabric I used for my Odette cosplay, which I turned inside out. I used the back of it instead of the front, because I didn't want the Odette dress to be shiny, but in this case I don't mind it being shiny, because it's going to be pretty. It's basically a wedding dress, so I want it to be nice and shiny. So I actually, this is extra that I bought. I found my old Odette stuff and I was worried, because I am expanding the skirt, that it wasn't going to be quite enough, so I bought an extra metre or so of that so I can make the dress nice and big, and it's really soft and shimmery and lovely, so I'm really happy with that. Also bought some bog standard lining, and I've got a zip for it as well. The only thing I'm now waiting for is the net that goes over the top, so it'll be like this bit here basically, and but it will also extend to over the top of the skirt. I'm just waiting on that. I did a good little eBay searching and I found this one, and it is really nice, on at least on camera, so I'm hoping that it will be just as nice when it eventually arrives, whenever that will be. And then moving on to Sabrina's red dress with the collar, I found this pattern. This is a really absolutely the most basic of patterns I could find. It's just nice and straight. The difference I'm going to be making is the neckline will be further up, so I've got to extend the neckline so it's a bit more close to the neck, and I will also be doing it as almost coat-like, so it will button up down or there will be buttons down the front, and a seam that looks like it's buttoned up, it won't necessarily be buttoned, and I will be adding a lining to it as well. I'm also going to be adding sleeves, so I've got this selection of sleeves that I bought for when I was doing a mouth year. Never used it in the end, but I'll be using this plain sleeve here, so that basically covers the pattern for the red dress. And fabric wise, I have bought this gorgeous satin. This is the same kind, it's Japanese satin apparently, it's the same kind of satin as the white dress, but I will be the difference is I will be turning this one inside out. The problem was I just couldn't find the right fabric for this dress in the right red. There are loads of different reds in the shop, there's always so many different colours, but I'm so picky about the right colour, and this was the one that was spot on, and I realised actually if I turn it inside out it's also the right kind of drape and consistency, and it will just do the job really nicely. So that's the one I've got for that. I've also got some red lining and again a nice red zip to go with it. And the last thing I need for this cosplay is the lace for the collar. So I have been struggling with this one because there's not a lot out there and the collar is pretty bespoke, so I think I am just gonna have to kick in my desire to be as accurate as possible and just go with what I find. But this is the one I found initially. This is really pretty and it does have the right kind of pattern to it. Unfortunately it's just a little too short, so I think that Sabrina's kind of comes out a lot further than this one does, but it's such a shame because otherwise this would have been almost perfect. I've used it for something else, I might well use it on the sleeve cuffs, I don't know, but yeah, I just thought that was really, oh, I could show you it on here, look, there you go. Not very well done, but you get the idea. And that's basically everything I've bought so far in order to make my Sabrina cosplay, so thank you very much for watching this video. I will hopefully be getting started on this very soon. I have Birmingham MCM Expo next weekend where I will be cosplaying my Lady and Mouthier cosplay. You can watch the video about that somewhere on my channel, but until then I will see you hopefully in my next video. Thanks ever so much for watching guys, see you soon!